Hey everyone, it is race morning for me. I'm racing a 5K today. Just got my bib number. It's March 17th and it's super nice out in Wisconsin here. We have, well, the snow is maybe stopping, but it's 31 degrees and nice and snowy with about a 20-mile-per-hour wind. So it's gonna be a good day for a race. really happy to be here. Excited we signed up for this one. I'm going for a 5K PR. Chris is here to spectate. He was supposed to race, but he chickened out. You can give him some crap for that.
I'm a coward.
But he maybe made the right decision based on the weather. My PR to beat is 22:08, I believe. I'll have to verify that. And that's from just last year. Just to give a little bit of background going into this race and what my goals were. Number one goal was, like, the whole point of doing this race was to get a 5K PR or personal record, personal best. My next goal up from that was to break 22, just a little bit faster. Really wanted to get sub 22. I've never ran sub 22 in the 5K, so that was the next level goal. And then I remember saying I would be super happy if I ran 21:30 or under. I would be like, had a really good day and was gonna be pretty surprised about and like very happy about. Goal that I had going in was to run around 6:45 pace and kind of go from there. All right, going out for my warm-up.
She's really happy. It is beautiful race day here on the shores of Lake Michigan, Milwaukee. Bone flat course. If you can hear the wind, it is howling, but not a bad view here from Veterans Park, you know? So we will see how Sabrina can do today. I think she could probably do pretty well.
Race day, the weather was not great. It was 32 degrees and it was super windy, just like in your face blowing wind that really didn't let up the entire race. The other issue was that the race originally was set so that the 10K distance started at 9 a.m. and then the 5K distance started at 9:15. However, at some point they joined the two races and so everything actually started at 9 a.m. but they never really like sent an email about the time change or like really announced it, and I didn't realize that it was actually at 9 a.m. until like 10-15 minutes before 9 a.m. when the announcer was like, all racers please come to the start line, and that's when it kind of like clicked. Everyone's starting at 9.
You happy?
Apparently.
Oh, okay. All right.
I had to like run to the car, get my shoes that I wanted to run in. I was literally in the middle of my warm-up jog, so I hadn't done any dynamics. I needed to go to the bathroom still. The line had like 150 people in it with, I don't know, maybe like 8-10 porta potties. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm just gonna have to pee during the race. There's like 10 porta potties for 100 people.
The bathroom line.
And I had 15 minutes to warm up because apparently we're starting at 9:15. I didn't have very much time to warm up. I guess the good news about that is I didn't get cold. I was nice and warm and ready to go, I guess. I was warm, maybe not so ready to go.
3, 2, 1. And you are off. Remember, your timing starts when you cross those timing mats. Have a great race. The 2023-2024 Bucket Irish Run brought to you by Performance Running Outfitters. Congratulations, Roosevelt LRS Company.
So yeah, the start was really just like chaotic and stressful, and so once I like got onto the line, I think the adrenaline was like really there. And so when the gun went off and I started, I felt like I was running really slow. I was like, this pace does not feel fast. And then after, you know, like a minute or two when I looked at my watch, I was like, oh, I'm actually running much faster than I wanted to start. It was like 6:15 pace, and like I said, 6:45 was my goal. So yeah, I think I just kind of got caught up in like the adrenaline and the commotion before, and I started out a little hot. And I kind of, I stuck around that pace for the first mile. My first mile was 6:32. So I slowed a little bit after the initial start, but I felt good the first mile. Like, I feel like the first mile of a 5K never is really that hard. Like, there's just a lot of like adrenaline and excitement. So you're just kind of, going with the flow of things. I tried to tuck in behind some people, get a little block from the wind. And yeah, overall it was a really great first mile. It was just a little too fast because once I hit the second mile, I felt the first mile that was too fast. And that's, when things usually get hard in a 5K. But I definitely really felt it in this race. It, just kind of like hit that wall of, ooh, this is a really hard pace. And so I definitely slowed down at that point. My second mile was like 7:02.
And we've got a bunch of our men and women from our 5K and 10K race that are making their way back past our start and finish line.
Let's go, Sabrina!
Area. They're heading out towards that point before they make that U-turn and come on back.
The third mile, the third mile of a 5K is always the hardest mile, but mentally it gets a little bit easier as you get to the finish line. However, in this race, the last half mile, we turned back into the wind. So literally the last half mile of this 5K was just into a wall of wind. And there was literally no one around me, so I didn't have anyone that I could even like tuck into for, a few seconds and like keep going. So that was a struggle. So my third mile was still like 7:02, somewhere around there. So I didn't really pick it up at all. And I think a big factor of that was the wind. I just like really couldn't, because I was already putting in so much effort to running into the wind. Yeah, so went out a little too hot, paid for it on the back end of the race. But overall, I held on to my pace. I didn't completely die. So all in all, it was a good race.
Athletes coming back towards the start.
Come on, Sabrina!
Going all the way to the point. If you're a 5K athlete, you'll
on, here we go.
If you're a 10K athlete, you'll keep going straight to the finish. Jacob Seifert coming through, wrapping up his 5K race, bib 29. Sabrina Bissell coming through out of New Berlin, bib 544, unofficially second place in our ladies division. Congratulations, Sabrina. Great job, Jacqueline. Wrapping up your races that I'd say or call out right now are unofficial. Teresa Dolgy.
What did you have?
Coming through. Ryan Furman.
Okay, you're unofficially 21-12, so it tracks.
Joe Kukak coming through.
Second overall female.
5K races today.
Go pee then.
Congratulations, your performance.
I ended up running 21:06, so I absolutely smashed my PR. That was a 1 and 2 second PR, and it was in the goal time where I was going to be super impressed with myself, so under that 21:30. So honestly, really, really happy about it. The competitiveness in me was like, oh man, I was so close to breaking 21. Like, come on, 6 seconds. So yeah, I guess the next goal is to break 21, which I think I'm in the shape to do that. If I don't go out too fast and there isn't a horrible wind, I probably could easily break 21. Next up is I'm going to be doing a 10K, and it's actually a little bit of a mix of like road and trail, but it's overall pretty flat. So my goal for that race is to get now a 10K PR, and my 10K PR right now is from 2018 when I was running club in college. So that was one of the years that I was probably like the most fit in terms of running fitness. So that PR is going to be a little bit harder to break. I think it's like 45 something, like 7:23 pace overall. I think I can do it. It will just depend on the trail sections and if they're muddy or not. We have been getting a lot of rain like on and off, so things have been kind of like wet and then they'll dry out and then I'll rain a lot again. So I don't really know what the trail conditions are going to look like on that one, but it is pretty flat. It's not like technical trail, so it shouldn't slow me down too much. So we're still going to go for that 10K PR. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a video coming out shortly kind of talking about that race too. All right, well, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to see more. Thanks.